Dalton, do you want to do the intro? Or is that out of your comfort zone?
Oh, just give me a bit of something to say and I can do an awkward.
Just,
Bruh.
just say hey and welcome and introduce yourself. Say welcome to Descant. You know, however you want to do it, you can take liberties.
This jump going?
Yeah. I've been recording for 2 minutes.
Alright. Okay. Well, I'm Dalton. Again, I guess this is 34th video on this whole thing, podcast jump.
Incredible. Welcome to Descant, everybody. I'm Eli. And
I'm Noah.
yeah.
This is Dalton, as he previously stated.
Why don't you tell us where you're at, Noah?
Alright, so here's the right? Here's the sit.
Bruh.
What?
Fancy words.
You know you have to bleep that, right?
Huh?
Oh.
Because
He said a nasty word.
Oh! Now Dalton knows about that. Well, he probably still doesn't know what's going on. Continue.
Anyway, so due to some unforeseen circumstances, I am recording this episode in my car. No, I can see how some people would be like, do you not have somewhere else to record? That's not the issue.
Oh shoot, I forgot my cat's down here.
I currently live with my grandmother because of just some stuff happened. And late at night, I can't, be talking real loud while they're sleeping. So I just came out to my car to record. And I'm sorry to hear background noise. I refuse to sit in my car with it being like 75 degrees outside, and I'm just gonna be in here talking, and it's gonna get really hot. And I refuse to roll the windows down because bugs.
Dang old buggers. Noah passionately despises any living creature that is small bugs.
Anything with more than 4 legs deserves.
There you go. I couldn't think of a way to classify it, so I just gave up. Oh.
What'd you say, Dalton?
What if you took 2 legs off the bug?
Dang.
You got me.
You have to live with it there.
Well, it's got less than 5 legs. I can do nothing. I have no more power over this creature.
Only if it has 5 or more.
I do want to announce for the podcast that next episode we are going to be doing face cam. We can't have you on, Dalton, yet. Sorry. But we're gonna work it out eventually, but we want to just do face cam for the 2 of us for a little bit. But I've got a little set kind of dealio going, and if this wasn't obvious, the face cam is going to be YouTube exclusive, because that's the only place that has video that our podcast is on. But
So if you want to see our beautiful faces,
tune in to next episode on YouTube.
yes.
Just thought I would throw that out there.
If you couldn't give less of a dang, then just keep listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or freaking
Breaker.
Breaker.
I think that's one of the platforms. There's Google Podcasts, there's Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and then there's 7 others that I've never heard of.
Interesting.
Pretty sure some people watch on Anchor, so if you're watching on Anchor, that's actually, pretty cool, because that's how I get the podcast on everything other than YouTube. Sponsor, literally.
PogChamp.
Sponsored by Anchor. I need to redo that sponsor. It's actually terrible.
It's just old. It's not terrible.
Old is equivalent to terrible in this case.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. I mean, our first episodes are pretty bad.
Okay. Yes.
Also, I don't know. I feel like this is kind of worth mentioning. I've had a long day, and I am brain dead right now, and I cannot think properly. But I love this podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think this might have to be around a half-hour episode. We are all very tired. I'm sitting in my car.
Bro, Dalton's vibing though. We don't hear Dalton complaining.
I'm not actually tired. I go to bed at like 5 in the morning.
What a trooper.
Like right now.
I'm usually up that late or early, I guess, as well, when I don't work. But when I work, I usually go to bed at like 2.
I've been going to bed between like 11 and 12. So I'm already almost past.
Heck, you've got like 15 minutes before you fall asleep.
Yeah, basically. Dude,
The second it turns midnight.
I just freaking die. You just hear like my heart monitor in the back going pee.
Your leg slams down into your desk.
Yes, sir.
That sort of sound.
All right,
That wasn't my head.
gentlemen.
You know what? I want to do it with my head, but I'm not going to.
So I have a list of like story/topics from this week.
Okay, you have to start with the one.
Yes,
Tell me.
I that's exactly what I'm getting at. It's like fourth on the line, but I'm starting with it because,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, I remembered what pizza customer means.
Round of applause.
Yes. Round of applause for my terrible memory. So,
My microphone doesn't pick up my clapping unless I'm talking, I guess, so I'm just going to do this for a second.
that's funny. So
You have a microphone.
do you guys know, bro, at least you have a house to record in.
That is a good point.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Just slam me.
Yes, sir. So, do you guys know those terrible, like, Snapchat articles that have, like, it's an article in an ad. It says, like, this happened, blah, 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 and then you slide up on it, and then it has, like, a very small, paragraph, and then the next button, and there's, like, 1,000 pages, but they're all like really small paragraphs, so you have to just like click 1,000 times to get through the whole story, and they like try to lead you on and all that. Those are terrible, but there was a headline for one that I thought was really intriguing, and it was something like man who orders from Domino's, like,
Yep, and he doesn't order one day, and then they get nervous.
so you know the story then.
I vaguely.
So I'm gonna tell it for Dalton and the viewers.
Alright, I don't think I know what you're talking about, so this is going to be good.
So this guy ordered. I think it was Domino's, right?
I think so.
He orders from Domino's like every day for a long time, and all the employees like get to know him, or maybe not every day, but it was really frequent. All the employees get to know him.
I accidentally turned the key and turned my car off, so I had to turn it back on.
Oh my gosh. But like they know his name, they know who he is and everything. And then a few days pass without him order English? What? Was that right? Anyway, a few days pass and he doesn't order anything, and they start to get kind of worried. So they call the cops. And they investigate, and they find him at his apartment, and he had like a stroke or something. And I
Eating pizza every day.
yeah.
I was about to say that's not an overreaction to sarcasm, but you know what?
So he stopped ordering there, and they basically like saved his life. And I don't know, I just thought it was a really cool story, and I wanted to talk about it on the podcast, but I wrote it down as pizza customer, and I immediately forgot what it meant.
All this time waiting for the answer to pizza customer, and it was worthless.
Yeah. I just thought it was a cool little story, and I wanted to share it, but
I
I'm
wonder
not
how
sure
true it actually is.
yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
Now, something I'm not sure about is, was he lucky that they called, or would that not have happened if he didn't have the pizza? So was he lucky or unlucky?
I don't know, bro.
The world may never know.
What is that from?
It's,
Tootsie
Tootsie Pops, yeah.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I don't know. Let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Whenever he says two, he says to who? 'Cause he's
2,
He's like Mario.
3.
pretty much.
And then after that, it's like, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
The world may never know.
He says it so fast.
Alright, I'm now realizing how stupid and worthless all of my notes are, but I'm gonna tell all these stories real quick. They're
Tell us anyway.
they're not gonna take long. That's what I'm realizing now. Especially the pizza customer one. I was so excited about that, and it took like a minute. So this week at the theater, I don't know why I thought this was so funny, but I laughed for like 30 seconds. It was so funny to me. So this guy comes up to the ticket window, and he buys a couple tickets, and he was like, I'm gonna go back and sit in my car. I'll come in a few minutes. And then this is exactly how he said it. Or first he was like, we got Chick-fil-A before this, and then this is exactly how he said this. I gotta go finish my chicken. Gotta go finish my chicken. I just thought it was so funny.
Talking like that is real fun.
And then
But I only ever can do it as a joke. I can't.
And then once they got into their movie, there's more to this story. So the rest of the family's in. I think they'd already been through the concession line like once, and then his wife comes up and gets something else. And she starts talking about Chick-fil-A, and I was just trying to make conversation. I was like, dang, now I want some Chick-fil-A. And she was like, well, I have a half of a chicken wrap left over if you want it. And I was like, and then a thought occurred to me. I was like, don't take food from strangers. I was like, no, I'll pass, but thank you. But man, I wanted that chicken wrap.
You don't like taking food from strangers?
I mean, she seemed very trustworthy. She was very nice, but
You never just like take half-eaten chicken wraps from?
no, it wasn't half eaten. It was like sliced. They sliced their chicken wraps, so I knew like what that meant.
You didn't think it was like laced with Coke or something?
No, I mean, I figured it was okay, and I mean, I was hungry, but I was like, this is just in our day. I feel like this is just not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was technically no reason not to. I was just like, this is probably like theoretically a bad idea.
Like, there's like a 90% chance that you would have been okay, but on that off chance...
Probably higher than that, but it's not a risk worth taking.
Just decide to drug or poison the person who let them go and see a movie.
Also, I just feel
Two old people
Uh,
who have to, you know, they're going back out because they're going to go finish my chicken. Doesn't matter.
Also, I would feel bad I feel bad just like taking food from people in general. You know?
I don't, unless it's like
I don't.
to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, say, for Thanksgiving, there was this one... I don't think you two heard about this one, did you? Somebody I worked with for a little bit. She was really, really trying real hard by, like, offering me stuff every 5 seconds to make me try to like her.
I do not remember this.
I haven't a dadgum clue what you're talking about.
She kind of had a beard.
What?
But, no.
Love to hear it.
Tell me who you're talking about. I'll bleep it.
Bruh.
That's like 8 bleeps right there.
Yeah. It's gonna be like, bruh.
But no, so, like, I don't know what the thing was. I can't tell you how many times I told her no. I don't want to, I'm not, I was being nice about it and all that junk. There were a few things in there that I did that
Bro, consent matters.
made me chuckle. But, anyways, she came straight to me and asked me if I wanted some Thanksgiving leftovers. I just assumed she was offering them to everybody, so I said sure. And then my brother walked in and he was like, "Hey man, why'd you say you're taking her food? You don't like her." And I was like, I thought she offered it to everybody. And then like 2 days later, I had my cousin send her a message after she kept send me this really long, cringy, I'll summarize it real quick. Hey, I just wanted to let you know, I think you're a really cool guy and genuinely wanted to get to know you kind of messages. I had my cousin turn her down for me because I'd been saying no for like 2 months. And
Actually, I feel like I vaguely remember this now.
yeah, I might have said it to one of you, I can't remember. But like the next day, the day she came in, she was saying she was going to have me some leftover Thanksgiving food. She just didn't bring it because I guess that's all it was just trying to make me want to do some junk with her. I'll go ahead and tell you she had a kid with a guy she got with like 2 weeks later, so
Oh, sweet.
that kind of lets you know what she was wanting out of me.
Bro, she wanted you, Dalton.
Oh yeah, everyone was telling me that.
Also, sorry.
You're good. That's the end of it.
Oh,
All the standards are immaculate.
yeah. Also, I just a little side note. Thanksgiving food. Oh, it's so good. It is so good.
I don't think something has ever been matched.
And
Took me a while to get into that food, but heck, I like it a good chunk now.
I love getting some some good turkey and some stuffing / dressing. I don't know the difference. Some of that like sweet potato casserole with like the marshmallows and like what else is there?
Bro, you want to know a place?
Mashed potatoes. I don't like cranberry sauce.
You want to know a place that has good turkey?
Where?
Unnamed barbecue place.
I don't know if I've had their turkey.
I don't know this unnamed barbecue place because I only ever go to fast food. So, no need to explain it. No need to. Okay, if you know where it's at, I'll probably know it.
It's like right next to Wendy's.
Across from where you work.
Oh, that barbecue place. That place. I know that place. Okay.
That place, I know that place. Anyway, I like getting
Crazy.
all of those Thanksgiving foods and just mixing them together. Honestly, they all go so well together.
Bro, green bean casserole?
Yeah, that too. Oh my lord.
The only Thanksgiving foods I get.
Ham,
I can't stand ham.
ham, yam, ram, bam, Sam. Can we tell that story?
Ham, yam, ram, bam. Okay.
I think we already did.
I don't think we did. No, I don't think it has been. Okay,
let's
so
tell it.
we were in a dang programming class in school. We were doing learning how to make it where you could click and drag to draw a straight line. So I just divided my screen into 4 sections with an X. In one part I wrote ham. Then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna rhyme every word I put on the screen with ham. So I put ham on top, ram on the bottom, I think. Yam, ham, ram, yam on the side, bam, and then I just wrote Sam some random spot on my screen. And
Ham Yam Ram Bam Sam.
that's how that happened. Just ham yam ram bam Sam. That's that's a fun thing.
Oh my lord! And those Hawaiian rolls. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still on food.
If you want to keep going on about food, you can.
Man, so many good times from that class. We talk about it so much, but how could we not?
I don't know.
Good class.
It was.
I
I don't think I had a bad day in that class.
Nope. The teacher even liked us so much we could make fun of him right in front of him, and he just laughed.
we'd be like, "Ha ha, you're bald," and he'd be like,
Pretty much. We could like laugh about his housekeeping that he did every day. He'd just for some housekeeping, and we'd all just start laughing at him, and he'd just chuckle a bit, then he'd go on.
I remember, do you remember the day that Jacob walked in, and it was like right at the beginning of class, and we were all just kind of chilling there. I think it was like the three of us. I think Vetzel may have been there, and then I think Emily was there. And then maybe like two of the preppy girls that were in that class. But Jacob went up to the front of the class, and he was like, "All right, we got some house." and unnamed teacher.
"You can say Vaughn." We said Vaughn like 1,000 times.
Oh, okay. But we, I couldn't remember if we said his name. But Vaughn was just sitting at his desk, and he just laughed, and he was like, "You want to do it today? I'll give you the paper."
I kind of remember that. Just
I don't remember that at all. That's funny.
That was so funny.
I can like see and hear it though.
Vaughn was like, "I'll give you the paper." I was like, "No." Bro, I have.
Oh,
like a little like keyboard typing gesture in the air, and he's like, "I'm in."
now don't be telling any about this. I'll get in trouble.
And now everyone knows.
Remember how hard he tried to get us to learn off of Minecraft?
Yes.
I remember you
He was so on board.
you pitched it to me like 100% as a joke. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let's ask him because this guy is wild.
Yeah.
So you and I sat there for about 5 minutes and we were like, well, we can tell him about commands and you know how creative stuff is with commands and stuff like that. So we go over to him and start talking to him about it, and he is immediately
Bro, we straight up Shark Tank pitched that to him, didn't we?
we did. You and I just laughed. We were like, all right, get this. It's Minecraft.
I remember that.
Swept the world by storm, and it hasn't stopped since, and we can code in it. And he was like, I'm in.
I remember that so specifically because he was just sitting there, like with his glasses, like on his nose, looking up through the top of him, and we were just standing there in front of him, like.
And then for like a month after that, he would give us updates, and he's like, all right, so it.
I talked to the board.
Like, I talked to the board, and a couple of them said they were on board with it, but we got to get all of them or whatever. And it finally got to somebody, and they denied it, and he was like, boys, I'm sorry.
Bro, he was so he could have just let us do it.
Yeah, but what we were trying to see is if he could use that as like a grade.
Yeah.
Just mess around a bit in good old Minecraft.
Yeah, bro. Like, to be honest, if we had done that would have been like if we had made like an adventure map or something, that would have been really crazy. That stuff is crazy.
Yeah. And that's like that if you make like a mini game or something, that could be like making a game from scratch. It's just a game within a game, and it's a lot easier.
Just find some loopholes.
Well,
do what he says.
honestly, like if you use command blocks and put a lot into it and stuff, like it's not as easy. And that's literally coding. Like the command block syntax is like pretty much the same.
Yeah. It runs on Java.
Yeah.
You know what? You could have said something along those lines to him. And
Why didn't we tell him that?
about you recreate good old Minecraft there?
Oh my gosh.
Make it yourself and then like fail the class because
Do you guys
harder than it looks.
do you guys remember when I tried to recreate Minecraft, like just the super flat world loading?
Didn't you have like 1,000 quads or whatever for like?
Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. I never did figure it out, but I tried to recreate it on Unity. All I wanted to do was get infinite generation. I wanted to walk forward, and then when I walk a certain distance, it like creates a new certain amount of chunks, and then I could just walk in any particular direction, and it would do that. So it'd be like technically infinite generation. And then after that, once I walk to another point, it would need to delete what's behind me in order for it not to get too laggy and have too many chunks. But man, that it was so hard. I never could do that.
Did you guys ever see that strange, like, terrain generation thing that Notch was working on, like, after he left Minecraft? Or Mojang?
I don't think so.
I went through his Twitter, which, by the way, don't.
Oh.
He is a very, very politically charged man, and
It's enough to keep me away from it.
if you guys are ever interested in what the creator of Minecraft is doing, just go to Twitter. There's a reason that Mojang like removed all like anything to do with Notch from Minecraft. He's just controversial. But anyway, he was a couple of years ago. He was posting updates about like a terrain generator that he had been just it's not like he needs a job. He was just messing around.
He's just bored in his giant mansion.
Did you know that he outbid Beyonce on the house that he lives in?
That's impressive, I guess.
It may have been Beyonce. It was someone like Beyonce or someone up there.
You ever outbid someone with a fortune from a block game?
I mean, how much did Microsoft buy Mojang for? It was
A lot. It was billions. Yeah, I'll look it up.
and that just went right into his pocket. How would you not outbid someone like that?
2.5 billion.
And he was just like, yeah, okay.
Pocket change, baby.
Anyway, and the terrain was so strange. It was procedurally generated, but it was. I want to see if I can just find a picture of it.
Okay, what does procedurally generated even mean?
Pretty much,
Like randomly generated.
I'd imagine it has
Oh.
something that it has to work with to keep it from just being like, here's a giant like flat wall at the end of it, like the middle of like a house or something. But it probably has something like that it works with, but to keep junk like that from happening. But aside from that, it's like random. I'd imagine that's what it is.
I get what you're saying. It has like certain. Okay, I can't explain it any better than you did. I know what you mean.
It has stuff that it has to work with, but aside from those things, it has
Yeah.
to work with, the rest of it's random.
It has like qualifications that it has to meet.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Noah?
I'm trying to find these pictures because I can't remember exactly. Most of his, I'm going through his Twitter and most of his media is just Breath of the Wild stuff.
I've never played a single one of those games.
I really want to find it. It was so long ago though.
Um,
He's posting so many things.
while you're looking for that, I'll mention another thing that I wrote down, and this is gonna take freaking 10 seconds to say, but for some reason I felt the need to write this down. I felt the need to say this on podcast, but I was driving down the road the other day. It might have been yesterday. I don't know, a day or two ago. And we live in a small town, so there are cow pastures everywhere. And I saw this one cow, and it was like leaned over, munching on some grass or hay or whatever they eat. And it was just dropping some turds at the same time, and I was like, okay, that's a vibe.
I get that.
It was literally like, it was like a funnel, bro. It was going out as quick as it was going in. That's all.
You ever wonder how that feels?
What, you don't ever just eat a bowl of cereal while you're on the crapper?
You know, I don't think I ever have.
I don't think I have either. I can't eat in the bathroom at all. Like, even if I'm just standing in the room, it just makes me uncomfortable.
If I just have like a little snack or whatever, something that I'm, for some reason I'm standing in the bathroom and I'm like, I have some candy or some cookie bits or whatever here from, I'll just eat a couple of them. But like if I go anywhere aside from like right in front of the front door, not front door, bathroom door, I'm like, nope, can't eat this.
No, sir.
Air germs. Don't want to eat that.
What'd you find out, Noah?
So, the way that it looks,
I'm so tired.
it's so strange. So, a lot of people aren't going to understand what I mean by this. But it looks so intriguing, and it reminded me of, like, old games. Like, okay, in the past, before 3D graphics were, possible, something they did, and an example of this is the old Donkey Kong games.
Conky Dong?
Yes. What they did was they created 3D models, and then they posed the models how they would move. They took pictures of them, and then used the picture instead of the 3D model.
Okay.
So, like, that's what they did in the Mario Kart games and, like, a bunch of other stuff. Those foregrounds, but it looked like the models were 3D, but in reality, they were pictures of pre-rendered.
That's interesting.
So, the way that he is rendering, like, it's basically just him rendering stuff. Like, I don't think he was necessarily working on a game or anything. He's kind of just, screwing around. It's so, like, strange looking. So, basically, the best way to explain it is he's got, like, a normal, kind of 3D plane, I guess. And he's got, like, these rolling hills with grass. And apparently, he was rendering each, like, blade of grass separately. So that they all kind of move individually, and it's not, just like how it is in Skyrim, and the whole bush moves,
It just kind of stretches off to the side.
Yeah. So, apparently he was, like, lagging a lot and all this stuff. But the way it looks, everything, it looks like it has a pixel filter over it.
A pixel filter?
Yes. So, you know what? I'm just gonna save the picture. You should make this the thumbnail.
I guess.
I'm gonna send it to the Discord so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Alright.
I'm just gonna put it in public chat. Good luck.
That's fine. Nobody uses my Discord.
I think this message has been here for like months.
It's pretty dead. I apologize sincerely for my yawning.
It's very strange, and you might have to zoom into the picture to see it, like, to understand what I'm saying. But I mean, that's like a 3D. That's not like a sprite drawing. That's a 3D model thing with like a weird filter over it.
That is.
But
Oh, I understand. That is weird.
It's kind of cool. I like the look of it.
yeah, it's so interesting.
I wish I knew my button, but
It reminds me of something that's like holographic. You know what I'm talking about?
It kind of, yeah.
kind of makes me think of like.
the thumbnail instead. Well, no, make the first one the thumbnail, but this is another example. You guys just look at the thumbnail. It's very
On YouTube.
interesting. On YouTube, yeah.
I don't bother changing the picture on anything else. Yo, that looks so cool, though.
It does, yeah, yeah. Like if that actually was made into like into a game or something, I would for sure get that just for the looks of it.
The fact that he does this when he's bored.
I wish I could do this.
I watch TikToks when I'm bored. What a man.
He's also got pictures of the same renders that don't have that kind of filter on it. So I'm wondering if that's something to do with how he's capturing them, and if that's not actually how they look. But it's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. Anyway, the reason I thought about this is he said real time GLSL. I don't know what that means. Generated levels. Not quite the final version, but it's fast.
Oh?
He was creating like quick generated levels.
That is...
Which is just like on his own.
Just for the sake of doing it.
Well, he did make Minecraft.
Yeah.
So...
And he also posted a picture, and it's just like utter chaos on the screen, and he said, I think maybe on second thought, I'll just leave the Z offset alone. And I don't know what that means, but I know he messed up. It's just chaos.
Yo, randomly generated, like, terrain is so beyond me.
It's so cool.
It really is. It's fascinating.
These graphics are just so interesting to me. It reminds me a lot of the newer RuneScape.
I don't know anything about that.
It kind of, if you guys out there care at all, look up RS3 and then just like go to images.
I'm actually going to.
That's what I'm doing too.
Type in like
Oh,
RS3 Varrock.
I just pressed F12 and Google was like, HTML.
RS3 Varrock and then
Where's Varrock, bro? I typed in RS3 and a bunch of cars came up.
because it's all very angular and stuff, but it's still pretty decent, you know?
I didn't know that was what RuneScape looked like. Dang.
This is what the bad RuneScape looks like.
It's like,
Which is
it's kind of got a cool style though. It's like, I don't know if I would call it good
new,
per se, but
like newer RuneScape style, like the up-to-date RuneScape style, is very intriguing, and it alternates depending on where you are in the world between being very good and like looking pretty decent to not looking any different from how it did in 2007. And that's just because the people who work on RS3, which is the newest version of it, just simply do not care.
I found a picture of.
People who work, what?
Go ahead.
The people who work on Old School, which is the one that was, it was up in 2007 and they brought it back in like 2014 or 15. they are working with, a years old engine.
Yeah.
They're working with an engine that predates 2007 because 2007 was just an old backup that they had on a flash drive.
A flash drive.
So they are actively, because they update that version of the game. So the way that they do it, it's so cool. So old school RuneScape has a separate dev team to RS3. And what they do is they hold a poll. If they have an idea for content that they could add to the they say, hey, we're thinking about adding this. We're going to put a poll. Let us know what you think. And they only let people of like a certain level vote. So it's not just, a bunch of random kids.
That's a pretty good system.
Yeah. So it's people, people who actually play and are actually part of the community. And they just vote on it, and then if they get a certain percentage of the vote, they'll add it to the game, and if they don't, they don't. And they make like old models. It blows my mind. I want to know how they make models for a game that's that old.
God. I don't know, bro.
How do they code with years old code? Like more than 10 years old code, probably like 15 years old. How do they make models for a game where everything looks like it's that old? Because they're not updating the graphics.
I don't know.
It baffles my mind because the RS3 people, like, they're just using the newest stuff,
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. Every time an update comes out for old school RuneScape, it's basically a guarantee that they have to roll back the servers because something goes wrong every time. Because all the code is so old. They call it spaghetti code because everything is just randomly attached to other things. Because when the code was originally written, it was just two guys in their basement. So they'll update, like, they'll fix a bug, or they'll add like a new, like, small quest or something you can do in one part of the map, and then on the other side of the map, a specific tree just gets like 8,000 times the size it normally is.
What?
And I'm pretty sure Joseph told me that exact thing happened. And they had to roll back the server because people were trapped in the tree and couldn't move when they logged in.
That sounds fun.
Okay.
And that's just how weird things are linked to each other for no reason whatsoever, and they have to sit there. So they have a specific team who codes and like does all the new code, and they're actually organizing the code and not contributing to the problem. But then they have a separate team that works on trying to fix the old code. So the team that's trying to fix the old code just sits there and waits for the new patch to come out. When it comes out, they just sit there at the ready. They see the problem, and then they go in and talk to the people who made the new code and are like, okay, so you changed this, but this is linked to this, and now everything is broken and everyone has died.
Bro, one misplaced semicolon and the whole game doesn't work.
Yep.
That's for anyone that doesn't know, that is coding. It's that stupid particular. You type one thing, one character wrong, gone. Useless.
And you're just sitting there for a year and a half going, what? Wrong.
I love it when the I'm pretty sure Unity tells you like where you're missing a semicolon or something. Like usually there are things that like help you find it sometimes, but if there's none, it's miserable.
Sometimes it's just like, bro, something's broken, good luck.
Yeah.
Your character model is 8,000 feet in the air. What happened? Good luck. Have fun.
Well, the interesting thing to me about coding is it always does exactly what you tell it to do. Well, not. I mean, of course there are exceptions like glitches and stuff, but like 99% of the time it does what you tell it to do. You just have to figure out how to tell it to do what you actually want it to do.
You have to be, like, very, very specific.
Yeah.
Like you remember the,
It's really interesting.
stuff, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you remember the one where you had, like, what was it, a 20 by 20 thing you had to, like, have it go around and picking all the junk up?
Oh, yeah.
I would, like,
Is that the one that you struggled so much with?
yeah, I had one thing wrong. It would go, like, 3 rows normally, then it would, for some reason, turn sideways and start doing it that way, then it would turn upside down and start going from the top, and then it would just start... I don't know what the problem was. I can't remember that, but you have to be very, very specific with all of that, or else weird junk like that'll happen.
Didn't you end up with like almost 100? I don't know. You had like a lot of lines of code, and you went around in like so many different weird directions.
Yeah, it's because I didn't want to go back, and I didn't want to start over, so I figured, you know what, I'll just build off of what I have and make it work.
You got it eventually.
That is called spaghetti code.
Pretty much.
Back to RuneScape. I just wanted to say, I found a picture. I guess it's like a skin. Is that a thing in RuneScape?
No, but it's probably an armor set.
Okay. Well, it's Uncle Sam, and it says, "I want you to play RuneScape."
You know what? I'm going to look that up right now, because that sounds fun.
It's funny. Do you want me to put it in chat?
Uncle Sam Rune.
Did you find it?
I want you to play RuneScape.
Also,
Hat is an actual item in the game. You can actually get that hat. That's funny.
bro, I almost just touched my cactus.
I like that.
Anyway, so backtracking even further, we talked about Microsoft buying Minecraft for $2.5 billion, right?
Yep.
Well, a little bit after that, I had a thought. I was just curious, how much Microsoft is worth. So I googled it. Do y'all want to guess?
It's gotta be trillions.
I yes.
Is it in the hundreds or the, like, you get what I'm saying with the trillions?
It's okay, I'm just gonna tell you. So
That would, yeah.
so it's 1.5 trillion, but it's like written as 1,564.16 billion. So that's 1.5 trillion, right? Pretty sure, unless I'm just stupid.
Hello?
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Did you hear how much Microsoft is worth?
It's like 1.5 trillion or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big money.
that is
Big ol' chunk of it.
unimaginable.
No.
How can one company be that big?
Big money.
Wow. Big money. Big high dollar. Mini cash.
Boys, I hate to do this, but my
Loads
phone's
of money.
about to die.
Oh, heck.
How much you got?
3.
Okay, we'll make this fast.
Sound pretty low.
The only thing else that I wanted to say, so the other day Noah and I were hanging out because we're actually friends in real life. we were just hanging out. We were talking about like important stuff for like a couple hours, and then I was about to leave, and Noah was like, "Well, it's been a pretty good episode, bud," and I lost it. Dude.
That's pretty good.
All right, say your final piece, gentlemen. I've got I've got the piano app for the outro today because my piano is still not plugged in, and you obviously don't have your ukulele.
Yep.
You know what? Just drag that thing out to your car.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. This has been Descant episode 4. I hope you all have a great evening.
Been a pleasure, gentlemen. I'm excited for next episode.
That's gonna be neat.
It actually wasn't that short. It's going to be like 50 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. That isn't that short. Just feel like it.
All right. Farewell.
You have a key for me?
A key.
Mm-hmm.
You need one if you're in your car.
F sharp. Hold on.